Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. We started this arena run by just pounding two Warlocks back into the earth they came from. Did Warlocks come from the earth? I don't know. Whatever. But we pounded the crap out of some Warlocks is what I'm trying to say here. So, if we fight somebody other than Warlocks, perhaps this deck will be put more to the test than it currently has been. The first Warlock actually did put up quite a fight. It's not even fair to say that I pounded him into the earth. He put up a big fight. He had answers for my early game. He kept on, staying ahead of my quality minion play with his own quality minions. But then I played a 9/9 Blood Knight, and that was too much for him to deal with. Right, Emoxes the Shaman. Ooh, good start here. 2, 3. Explosive Trap. Since I have minions to play, I'm not going to keep the trap. If I didn't have minions, if I were mulliganing those cards, I'd keep the trap just in case. Okay, well, a little bit awkward here, actually. This pile of 3-drops, not exactly what I want. I want one of them to be a 2-drop so I could justify coining this guy out on turn 1. As it stands, I'm going to have to pass on turn 1. Unless I get a 2-drop, and I didn't. Okay. Greetings, friend. Greetings, traveler. He's going to totem up. That was one reason to coin this out, so I could start clearing out his totems. Like, if he plays a Flame Tongue totem, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. But I think it was still a reasonable decision to play this and keep my coin for later. Could help get a Sea Giant out early. That's difficult. Okay, so here's my issue. Basically, I could play Shattered Sun Cleric and kill this thing and live to tell about it, but then the Piglet will just finish me off anyway. So what I'm actually going to do is play the bow. That's the move. I'm going to kill that with the bow, kill the Piglet with the Raptor, and then he doesn't have an on-the-board answer for this. He'd have to have some sort of a buff, which of course he could, but like I always say, if you ask your opponent enough questions, he might someday run out of answers. He's got Dark Iron Dwarf, so you know what? The fact that I didn't coin this out did kind of hurt me, but it did also enable me to play the bow on turn 3, which I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. This is actually a kind of a problem. I don't have any minion that stands up to this. This is why good 4-drops are important to have. Well, I'm just going to play this, and I'm going to kill the Dark Iron Dwarf that way, although I'm not that thrilled about leaving myself with a 2-1. I guess a 2-1, it'll kill totems, so that's something. He's got 6 cards to my 6 plus the coin, soon to be 7, but I'm second, so it's not actually ahead. We're really hanging steady here. Jeez. Oh, does he have an answer for this? He has a Frost Shock. That's actually really frustrating. I could have killed it with Shattered Sun Cleric, coin Raid Leader. Instead, this thing's actually going to get to live. Balls. Alright, do I want to play coin here so I can get the Novice Engineer out here in addition to this engine? I actually think I do. I'm going to play this first. Always draw cards first. Explosive Trap, okay. Do that. This is risky. I mean, it'd be a little bit difficult, like a Lightning Bolt on this engine, and then you can clear it off with the Unbent Elemental and live to tell about it. That'd be very frustrating. Fire Elemental. Really, the problem is that this guy has 4 health and this engine only hits for 3. That's the main problem. So he's got the big window here to kill my engine. And looks like he's going to take him up on it. Yeah, Fire Elemental. This is annoying. So this is now 7 mana. I can't quite play it. And I didn't have Unleash the Hounds, which would have let me play it. No, Unleash the Hounds would not have let me play it. I take it back. Well, crap. With the Raid Leader and the Shattered Sun Cleric, I still can't kill this Fire Elemental. If I play this, I don't have enough mana for these, and it wouldn't have been enough to kill it anyway. God damn it. This is awkward. Shattered Sun Cleric does not let this survive. Fuck. This is all so terrible. Why is it all so terrible? I need Freezing Trap. Well, Freezing Trap wouldn't be that great because of the Fire Elemental. He might pay 8 mana later for it anyway. That's just how good it is. Alright, well, we'll kill this thing, but I'm really far behind right now. I'm just going to do this. It's not actually good, but I'm putting 2 minions on the board, and I think it's important to do that. Get as much board presence as I can. When you're behind, dump crap on the board. If that's not a proverb, it should be. Oh no, that's not good. Well, luckily he didn't have a spell, but unluckily this will kill my Shattered Sun Cleric. And then he can kill the Raid Leader with Fire Elemental. He's ready to draw spells. No, why? Why? Okay, well, clearly I'm overrating Explosive Trap. That's what we learned today. Okay, what we're going to do then, and again, I'm 1 mana short of being able to play that. We're going to lay a trap. We're going to play the Stormwind Knight. I'm going to run in there. And now the explosive trap will kill off both of his things, but the problem is that he can play spells and draw all the cards in the world off of that auctioneer, which is terrible because I needed him not to be getting all the cards in the world if I wanted to have any chance of winning this game. Oh my god. What a bad game. Well played. Why is he... Oh, I guess he realizes that I have an explosive trap.
I wonder.
Does he seriously not have spells? Well, if he doesn't have spells, then I've caught a big break. Because, he could have gotten a ton of cards there. Alright, so the Fire Elemental gets taken out by the trap. He's still doing fine. I mean, oh, no, I can't even kill this thing. And that's a big minion. Jesus. He's gonna get 2 cards off of this. At least I don't have any way of killing it. Abusive Sergeant, not helpful. Well, let's drop a Sea Giant. So, he hasn't had any reason to play a Hex yet. So here's where I'm sure he's gonna have the Hex. I caught a big break that he didn't have spells last turn to play off the Auctioneer. Actually, he's going to get to kill that straight up. He's going to actually hit it with the Stormforged Axe. Taking a lot of damage with that axe, but it's worth it to kill the Sea Giant. So I guess he doesn't have Hex. The issue is that he healed up, A, and B, this thing is going to draw 2 cards now, and it's going to draw at least 3 before the day is up. And it's actually going to hit me for damage. This is so ridiculous. I need a Stormwind Knight. That might help me out if I got another Stormwind Knight. No, I got a Boulder Fist Ogre. Oh, man. Oh, man. Is it worth putting this thing down? Not really. I could have played the Blood Knight, potentially. Just as a 3-3. That might have been smart. I don't know. Feral Spirit, that's unfortunate. Did they survive explosive traps, and they also stopped this Ogre from doing anything? Oh my gosh, he's actually going to burn me out with a Wind Speaker. LOL! And this Manatide Totem is just drawing all the cards in the world. I have no way of getting rid of these things. I need to Unleash the Hounds, people. No. Did not get Unleash the Hounds. Well played. That sucked. I might have been able to draft a few things differently and win that game if I drafted differently. I can't quite say confidently enough that I couldn't have won. But with the deck I had, there was just nothing I could do, I don't think. There was just nothing. I mean, I could have coined out the Raptor. I would have killed his Healing Totem. He wouldn't have had anything for the Dark Iron Dwarf. Then I wouldn't have been able to play the bow on turn 2. Oh no, what, I think I miscommentated that. I could have still played the bow on turn 3. I didn't coin out the bow. That might have been it. Maybe against a shaman, you know, you should coin out your Razorven Hunters. Problem is, then if you had like a Rockbiter weapon or a Lightning Bolt, it would not have worked out. So really, it's a judgment of like which option works out more ways more often. I'm not sure, but in that particular case, it would have definitely been better if I'd coined it out. Alright, Urium the Druid, what a weird name. Going first this time. Well, Stormwind Knight is a card I'd keep if I knew I had plays earlier on, but since I don't know that, let's mulligan. And see what I can get. Oh god, these explosive traps. You know what? Maybe I'm just overvaluing this card. Here's the thing, it's a saga for me with explosive trap. I used to value it very lightly, and then I realized it was good because it kept being good against me, and now I'm just like mad every time I see this stupid thing because I want minions. I don't know. Well, this is sucky because I can't do anything but Steady Shot on turn 2, and then the Raid Leader on turn 3 is really like not an impressive turn 3 play at all. Everything in the universe will kill it. Bloodfen Raptor, thank you. At the very least, this will eat a removal spell so that I can actually play the Raid Leader on turn 3 and there's just a chance of it surviving. He's going to coin out for a 3-drop. What is he going to play? Hopefully it's not... There are a lot of good ones, like a Scarlet Crusader, Razorfen Hunter. Those would all be really good. Harvest Golem is another example of a good 3-drop, unfortunately, here. I can't even play the Raid Leader because the Golem will just kill it and survive. That's awful. Alright, well, what we're going to have to do here is let the Golem kill my Raptor and then Stormwind Knight to finish the damaged Golem off. But there's a lot that can happen in the meantime. The really only good thing here is that he's used up his coin, and then I've got a 5 and a 6-drop to play. Maybe he'll just kind of pass on turn 3 here. Nope, Imp Master is definitely the opposite of passing. It's actually really good. It'll give him a way to pop my Divine Shield for free. Crap. Can't deal with these things fast enough. Explosive Trap. Are you friggin' kidding me? I could lay the trap and it'll clear out the damage golem and one of the imps. Nope. I think it's worth it. Just to... Well, do I want to kill this thing if it dies to explosive trap later? No. I'm going to kill this thing right now. The reason is, I want to play Spiteful Smith, goddammit. And even if the Divine Shield gets popped for free by an imp, still it's a 4-5 with taunt. That's pretty good. I could potentially play Raid Leader and lay an Explosive Trap instead of the Spiteful Smith. No, are you kidding me? Oh my god, that's so good. He still has 3 mana to work with. That was just so obnoxious. Oh my lord. God. What's up with these games? My deck's good, but it's just people who have ridiculous things. Alright, well, let's lay a Spiteful Smith down. We're starting to get a little bit hairy here. Although the Explosive Trap might help me. It might absolutely save my bacon against all this chumpy stuff. This will live. The Imp Master will die after this turn. Thereafter will die. That's actually good to see, as long as he doesn't put any buffs on his stuff. Oh no, is he gonna... He just put a buff on his stuff. That's exactly what did not need to happen. Oh man, he's actually going for the throat. I'm not sure that that's the correct strategic decision, honestly. Alright, well, I need... Before I can lay an Explosive Trap, I need to put this thing down. And I need to kill... Well, let me actually kill the hardest hitting thing he has. This is very risky because he can easily get through my thing, but an Explosive Trap will hold the fort here. It'll kill the Imp Master, the Imp that's about to spawn, this, and this. Let's just see what he's going to play for 6 mana. Hopefully he can't play removal and minions. Well, he played a Novice Engineer. His board's full. He'll have to throw something away to pop the Divine Shield. Okay, he can play 1 more minion now for 4 mana. Hopefully it's something small. Hopefully it's not removal for the Sunwalker. Does he have a skill? Okay, if he had a Keeper of the Grove or a Silas, that would have been bad, because then he could have dealt a ton of damage to me. But deal 3 damage to it, and it looks like, is he going to race? No, he's going to take the time to kill that thing. Alright. Oh my gosh. He has a buff! No! Oh my god. Why is everything so terrible? I just absolutely don't understand how I got beat down this badly. Well, this thing will survive Explosive Trap and hit me really hard. I don't have time to play these ogres in the Stormwind Champion. Fuck my life. Let's play a Raid Leader to distract him. God, this game really annoyed me. I just don't understand how I got beat down so bad. I had a bit of a slow start, but I mean, I had like a Raptor on turn 2. It was just that Golem. Man, that Golem set him up for greatness. So I'm gonna go down to 1 health this turn. I mean, he could easily kill me. He's gonna take me down to 2 health. He could very easily kill me. His Explosive Traps were awful. I got so far behind that I couldn't play the Ogre. Man, I needed, you know what I needed? I needed Unleash the Hounds. Unleash the Hounds is in this deck. If I had drawn it, I could have been totally fine. But it just doesn't want to get drawn. Unlike these Explosive Traps, which like both get drawn every single game. Lame! Lame. So I was at 2-0 after 2 resounding victories. I predicted a 7-win run, and then we're at 2-2. I will modify my prediction. I don't think it's going to go to 7. I think that those Shaman and Druid decks were nothing special whatsoever. And my deck just is not quite as good as I think it is. Alright, well, let's see how far we can go before the video ends in an anticlimactic defeat. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the chewing, folks. I need to eat some conciliatory chocolate here. To get my spirits back up after those crushing defeats. Another Druid. Different one. Azraelos the Druid. Okay. Well, I have a curve here. It's just not a good curve. I don't want to play this after playing the Wolf. Nor is the Wolf a good turn 2 play, so I will keep the Wolf. But hope for a better 2-drop. Nope! Not a chance. Novice Engineer, not the greatest against Druids. They can just shapeshift to kill it. Trader Joe's pound plus milk chocolate. The reason I'm playing a Novice Engineer is that I want him to shapeshift to kill it. I don't want him to play real thing because my deck is really slow right now. If I had a faster hand, I'd play the Wolf to try to establish board presence. This is actually extremely irritating because my Novice Engineer dies to it, but even with the Wolf's buff, can't kill it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run into it anyway, so that if this guy wants to kill the Wolf with Shapeshift, he'll at least die for his trouble. It's amazing how often a 1/3 for 2 mana is good. It's actually happened to me a couple of times now. I would not say they're generally good, but just sometimes. Oh, it's Ascension. Please don't be Ascension. No, it's a Shapeshift and something else. Okay. So I hope that the minion he plays will die to a Stormwind Knight. It won't. Oh, man. But luckily, oh my god. We're playing in the loser's bracket. So my opponent, basically, if he loses the game, it will be because of this terrible mistake he just made. He should have killed the wolf. Instead, he left the wolf alive. So now I play Stormwind Knight, kill his Bloodsail Raider, and kill his Master Swordsmith. None of that should have happened. The Swordsmith should have died against the wolf, but the Bloodsail Raider should have lived. So he's down a minion and I'm up a minion for like 2 extra damage. He completely screwed up. This is actually one of the most common mistakes I see people making in the lower leagues, is just not realizing how important it is to kill minions when you have the chance. You're risking a lot to gain very little. That's the thing. It's not like there were particularly high odds of me having a Stormwind Knight, say. But it was such a big risk to leave the wolf alive. Like, it was maybe not a high probability that the Bloodsail Raider would die, but if the risk triggered and things didn't go his way, he lost a lot. And what he gained for it was just 2 damage on my face. It's just not worth it. You have to judge things, you know, by likelihood as well as by value. Okay, so I'm 1 mana off from being able to play Sea Giant. Is he actually? Jesus. Well, that signals he probably has a swipe. Although generally I'd say it's a mistake to just damage a minion like that. Can't play this. Can't play the Stormwind Champion. There's really no reason to play this guy. So what I'm going to do at this point is play Chillwind Yeti. Steady Shot. No reason to lay an Explosive Trap right now. And if he's got a swipe, it's actually not that effective right now. He can clear 2 of my minions, and that'll take up his whole turn, and then the Yeti will still survive. Alright, well, I should win this game. I mean, even though he has a lot of cards, I should really win it. Because I'm just so far ahead on the board, and I'm going to get to drop a Stormwind Champion. Well, I predicted correctly that he had the swipe. Is he going to Shapeshift to kill off the Stormwind Knight? I think we're watching Azraelos learn here. He learns how important it is to kill minions. There you go, buddy. Well, it's too little too late. So now I've got Stormwind Champion here. Boink. And he's at half life, essentially. Lots of cards here, but really it's just difficult for Druids to deal with this. He pretty much has to have like an Ironbark Protector or an Ancient of War right now to really even stay in the game. Fen Creeper, not quite good enough. That will die to the Stormwind Champion. Although I admit it would have been nice if it could have died to the Yeti. Still, I'm not going to complain. Alright. Fairy Dragon or Money Berserker is the question. I think we'll do a Fairy Dragon. And now I do need to play the Sea Giant if I want that to get played. Kill the Fen Creeper. 5. And we're threatening the kill right now. Now an Ironbark is too late. The Sea Giant will just crush it down and these minions get the kill. He has his own Sea Giant. Does he have a Sun-Free Protector to give it taunt? Wouldn't care if he did, because he'd still lose the game. He's gonna Wrath to finish off the Stormwind Champion. It's not good enough. Well, now if he has a Innervate Sun-Free Protector, he will live the turn. Because I can only deal 7, 9, 11 damage.
Mistake.
Natural mistake, he says.
I can see.
And okay. Well, that was good. I have never had a Hunter run, ever, go below 3 wins. So I'm glad that at least I got to keep that streak going with this run. Now, I had a Paladin run recently. I'm not going to spoil the outcome. It was yesterday. I highly encourage you to watch it. But even more so, watch the Paladin run before that if you haven't. It's called Record Keeping. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but you need... Like, if there's one video that you see ever on my channel and then you say, I hate Papa Boris and never watch me again, you need to see the Record Keeping run. But anyway, in my last Paladin run, I was actually at 1 and 2, and then I predicted I would do well, and I did. And the reason I was correct is that, like, the games that I won were just crushing beatdowns, and the games that I lost, I could point to, you know, really, really good luck on my opponent's behalf. In this case, I don't think that my opponents were particularly lucky, who beat me, but they beat me real hard. So that's why I'm a little bit less optimistic about this run. Anyway, I seem to do this a lot. I would have been willing to play Abusive Sergeant just to trade against the Recruit, but now I have an even better play. We're going to coin out the Berserker. This is one of my absolute favorite things to do against a Paladin. There's like almost no way for a Paladin to kill an Amani Berserker, unless he put a minion down on turn 1, which he didn't. This is great. I play Amani Berserker. Now if he makes a Recruit, it'll die and my guy will get enraged, which is very scary. Again, he really has no way of killing it apart from like coining into... Oh no, I'm the coin, right, apart from like a charging Murloc. It's like pretty much the only thing, or like a Wolf Rider. I've actually seen Paladins not play a Recruit in the face of an Amani Berserker before. That's how dire the situation is. The best thing he can really do is play a 3-2. I mean, that's what he needs, and he doesn't have it. Alright, well that's fine by me. So, there is of course a chance that he's gonna have a charging Warlock or something, but I'm not gonna play around that, obviously. Let's just play a Swordsmith. Swordsmith, very good. It mops up Recruits, and makes my guy even stronger, although I'm guessing that's not gonna be relevant. If he makes another Recruit here, I would say then that he is really critically gonna start to fall behind. Raging Worgen, an attempt to bring down the Berserker. Well, I got a couple of options here. One option is just to ignore this and play Freezing Trap, and then count on this thing to eat the Freezing Trap. However, I'm not gonna... And it's actually pretty safe. I know, you know, don't let Paladins keep creatures and all that, but I mean, it is pretty safe, because if he puts Busting a King's or Divine Shield, the Freezing Trap don't care. It'll just suck it back up into his hand. However, while I am going to lay the Freezing Trap, I'm also going to go ahead and kill that Worgen. Let's leave the Freezing Trap for something else. Take care of business. Swing for 6. 6 is pretty good. Now you could Consecrate to kill off 2 of my minions, and then actually, card-wise, he'd be ahead. But then I'd be dropping a Yeti, and he'd, you know, be behind again. Because if he plays anything big, Freezing Trap is ready right there for it. He's got the Consecration. I mean, I still would have rather he not have it. And that actually does catch him up a long ways, but still, not the end of the world. And we have the Stormwind Knight, which is really nice. That could potentially kill something next turn, although at 5 mana, of course, he might drop bigger things than what the Stormwind Knight is capable of handling. Best card for him here is really probably like a Peacekeeper, just to clamp down on this Yeti. Although if the Yeti ate a Peacekeeper, I'd be pretty happy, because that's one less Peacekeeper to eat my Ogre. Got Ascension Shield Master. I will kill that thing. Even though, again, the Freezing Trap gives me some measure of security. For the king! I don't really want to try my luck. And I'm, again, open to Consecration. Well, if he has another Consecration, then, you know, so be it. I'll drop an Ogre and call it a day. Actually, Consecration would be really annoying here, because then he'd play a Recruit, and the Recruit would eat the Freezing Trap rather crushingly. And I guess I'd have an Ogre, but then he'd have, you know, 7 minutes to deal with it. He's got True Silver Champion, which is pretty good, but not as good as Consecration would have been, in my appraisal. Gonna take 2 net damage from that. Alright, well, here's a critical moment for him. How well does he react to this Ogre? God! Why do these explosive traps come up every time? Not just one of them. Both of them. Every time. Seriously, that's ridiculous. Well, I'm going to try to potentially burn him out here. If the Ogre's allowed to attack once, he's down to 14? No, 16? Ah, perfect. Okay, this I'm delighted to have eat a Freezing Trap. Oh, although, crap. He's going to make a Recruit now, so I have an ugly choice here. Either I hit him for 6, but let the Recruit eat the Freezing Trap, or I kill the Recruit, but then I'm wasting a ton of damage. I'm going to kill the Recruit. I think it's worth it. So we're going to do this. Do I want to play an Explosive Trap? I don't think I do. Because I think they both will trigger if the Ventrico attacks. But honestly, these Explosive Traps, I hate them so much. We're just going to play it just to get out of my hand. I mean, I've got another one, so you can't lay the same trap twice. If I want them both to activate this game, I need to use them both. He's going to give it Divine Shield. Well, hopefully he'll attack the Ogre, which he does. That's wonderful. So he wasted 5 mana playing this Protector, and then still lost Ventricle Mercenary. I was very ballsy against a Hunter with 2 secrets out to just assume that was going to work. Okay, well this all dies to Explosive Trap, which is great. He's got a secret. Ah, that's annoying. So the secret will eat, the Noble Sacrifice will eat my Fairy Dragon, unfortunately. But we do have another bold. Oh, it's actually not Noble Sacrifice, and it's not Eye for an Eye. Uh-oh, is it Repentance? That's annoying. Well, the good news is that, you know what, if it's Repentance, I actually don't care. Right, it is Repentance. Could have also been Redemption. That's about as good as Repentance gets. Lets him kill the Ogre with this Murloc. But as soon as he attacks me, he takes 2 damage. This is another 3 damage. Steady Shot's 2 damage a turn. I've got 2 more damage here. He has to pretty much have the Justice guy. And a way to stop this Ogre from attacking. In order to save himself. He goes for the Desperate Holy Wrath. It's basically a Hammer of Wrath. Because that costs an extra mana, so good job. He will get to kill it, though. Still, though, this Fairy Dragon's 3 damage is extremely significant. He needs to stop that with a taunt of some sort. Scarlet Crusader, good card, but it's not what he needs here. He's just getting burned out at this point. I mean, actually, I win. What is this? Well, 3, 6, 8. Dire Wolf. This actually adds a lot of damage. Not only does it add 1 damage to the dragon, which would have been the kill, but it makes Kill Command deal 5 damage. So, got some insurance there. And again, the explosive traps are completely awful. There's not been a single time when explosive trap was good. The only time it did anything was it killed a fire elemental in the game that I lost anyway. So explosive trap has been actually terribly bad. I don't even know why it's been so bad. Maybe it's better if you play more control hunters so that you like are behind and you just play an explosive trap, and since your opponent doesn't have any minions of yours on the board to attack, it's just gonna trigger. I don't know, but it's just been unspeakably bad. I'm gonna have to lower my appraisal of the card after this run. More chocolate. Alex A's here. Weird name.
Let the hunt begin.
I'll keep his hand. Risky, but I'll keep it. Nice opening start. Hopefully he doesn't have Immortal Coil on turn 1. It'd be bad if he did. Nothing on turn 1, wonderful. Wolfie McWolf. The Abusive Sergeant provides some wrath to be suffered. I hope he plays minions rather than removal, because I've got this, which is really great for killing stuff. And there's even a slight chance that it'll get buffed by the Freezing Trap, but I doubt it. Alright, what does he have? Does he have a Harvest Golem or something? Ha 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 ha. Frickin' Harvest Golems. Alright, we're gonna do Freezing Trap here. Take a little bit of a chance. Freezing Trap is amazing against Harvest Golem. It allows me to put extra damage on. And extra damage matters a lot against Warlocks because they're already quite vulnerable as far as their life is concerned. I could have used the Bow and the Abusive Sergeant to kill this, but I would have sacrificed 3 damage and some board presence for that. I'd rather just deal with the Harvest Golem this way. He's used his coin. The best thing he could have now is a charged creature of some sort to eat the Freezing Trap. He doesn't have it. The Harvest Golem gets delayed assassinated. Actually, Freezing Trap, let me drop a theory here. I think Freezing Trap might be especially good against Warlocks, because if they life tap, they're going to have more cards. The more cards they have, the less likely it is they're going to ever have a point in the game where replaying the overpriced card is worthwhile. Okay, we got a couple of options here. I could play a Sedgen and just try to hold up against the Earthring Farce here, but that's a bit risky. I could also kill this, or I could play the Sedgen and trade the Abusive Sergeant for that. You know what? Let's actually do it this way. I'm sacrificing 3 damage for it, but his life total is high enough after the heal that I'm not going to race him down exactly, and putting a 3/5 taunt, which is a 4/5 if the wolf lives, is pretty good. Right now, this is acting as a Sunwalker without the shield. He's actually going to use the Owl, silence my wolf, Fairy Dragon. Okay, I could conceivably unleash the Hounds here. That'll kill the Owl, give me a Beast, and yeah, that's about it. But well, I can actually do this and the Eaglehorn Bow. So I'm just getting a Hound, basically. That seems a bit weird for some reason. I could play this, but I'd rather just wait. Maybe the Sunwalker will actually keep the Divine Shield and the Blood Knight will be good. Okay, let's do the Bow. Kill that. I'm going to ignore the Owl. Am I? I'm going to ignore the Owl. I've had a lot of damage potential here, and the Owl auto-dies to unleash the Hounds anyway. So he has to be quite careful, because I've got damage from the Hounds, plus my minions, plus this Bow. It's possible that I'll live to regret that, but it is only turn 5. I mean, I've actually put a lot of damage on him really fast. He has to be a little bit careful here. And he doesn't have that much mana to answer my stuff with.
I wonder.
Okay, he's got a speed. This guy loves his silence. Pretty good there. Does allow him to kill off my wolf. Flame Imp, dangerous play. Alright, let's just do a Sunwalker here. Use the bow. Wait, can I actually... Hang on, I should really consider bowing his face. Oh, to go down to 7 health. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Let's just put some more damage on my face. Get him down to 10. I mean, this is still extremely threatening. Especially if he doesn't play any taunts. The hounds could deal some extra damage. Explosive Trap is 2 damage in my back pocket. Steady Shot kills him in 5 turns all by itself. Alright, Abomination. Well, I love seeing that, because, that is going to damage him. Pops a Divine Shield, which is smart. This makes it so that when the Sunwalker runs in, it'll die after the thing explodes. And I'm actually okay with it anyway. So here's what we're going to do this. He takes 2 damage. I'm going to hit him for 3. He's down to 5. Play Sunwalker, or sorry, Scarlet Crusader, Explosive Trap, and Steady Shot. Now, the reason I didn't play Blood Knight is because I don't want to miss chances to Steady Shot. So he's actually already dead with the Trap and Steady Shot. He has to have life gain or he just loses. Because he can't kill me with pure spells, he's going to have to attack me at some point. Alright, that's the 3rd Warlock of this run. I don't know what it is with Warlocks today, but 3rd Warlock and the 3rd defeat at the hands of Porissimo the Hunter. I'm going to make it to a very respectable 5 wins. Well, now it'd be hilarious if I actually did make it to 7. And so my prediction, which I made at the beginning and then retracted, ends up being correct. But we're not there yet, folks. Not there yet. Still have to win 2 games to make it. And as you saw, this deck is more than capable of getting blown out. Alright, who are we up against? A priest. Well, that's unfortunate. So the priest's hero ability is, yeah, basically strictly better than the hunter's. He can heal his minions or cancel your ability, whatever he chooses to do. I'm not going to keep the goddamn Explosive Trap. Vorcha, I wonder if this person is a fan of Mass Effect. Oh god, I got the other... Well, thank goodness I mulliganed the first one, so I don't only have 1 of those instead of 2. Oh god, my deck has plenty of early game, but here it's just drawing ogres and then like the 1/3 mana minion that I can't actually play onto an empty board. Northshire Cleric, that is terrible. I can't even lay this Explosive Trap now, but Freezing Trap, oh boy, will I lay a Freezing Trap. Yes, ma'am. Even though this is only 1 mana minion, it's absolutely worth Freezing Trapping to stop all kinds of shenanigans. Plus, you never know, you might have like Power Word, Shield Inner Fire, or who knows what I'm stopping by doing this. Alright, so that gets Frozen Trapped. It looks like I'm going to be playing a Shattered Sun Cleric next turn, unless he drops something that will die to Explosive Trap, in which case I'll use Explosive Trap as just like a bad removal spell. I'm going to be playing the Cleric. Oh god, this is so terrible. Please, can I just give me a minion I can play, deck? Please? Blood Knight. Up! Worth it. It trades with his 3-drop, assuming he doesn't have any buffs, which is a big assumption, admittedly. Explosive Trap's actually extra bad against priests because previously damaged minions can get healed before running, and he's got Shadow Word Pain. Oh my god. This game. I mulliganed and I mulliganed and I mulliganed and it didn't even matter. Just had stuff. Ah, Stormwind Knight. Well, that's a good card.
For the king.
Yes, yes. For the king. Let's kill off that piglet. And then hopefully he'll live so I can Shatter Sun Cleric and kill the Razorven Hunter, and maybe I'll actually have a chance at this game. Maybe. He could still have a really good play here. That would slow me off. Oh no! That's a really good card. My Shatter Sun Cleric's gonna die to the hero ability next turn. Okay, so is it worth it to play the Shatter Sun Cleric knowing it will die? Or should I play the Spiteful Smith, but then I can't clear off his board as much? You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. It's worth it. And I'm gonna Steady Shot. So he actually gets to clear my board. He can lesser heal the Cleric, and then the Auchenai Soul Priest will kill the Stormwind Knight. You know what? I should have laid an Explosive Trap. While this is alive, he can't heal, and this would be at 2 mana after killing my Stormwind Knight, so the Explosive Trap would be pretty much guaranteed killing it later. That was a mistake. I should have laid an Explosive Trap, and that could potentially cost me the game. Is he going to pass the turn here? Maybe that would help me. Oh no, he can at least play this Northshire Cleric. He can always do that. He's got a Questing Adventurer. Oh, jeez. That's not good. Well, the good news is I can play an Ogre. I could also play Sen'jin and Explosive Trap, but of course the Taunt and Explosive Trap is sort of a non-bow. Let's just do the Ogre. He could have Shadow Word Death, but whatever. He could always have an answer. Unless I played the Spiteful Smith or something. I think it was worth it to take the risk. When you're behind, take risks. This is very difficult for him to kill. He could burn it down to 5 health. Then the Questing Adventurer and the Soul Priest would still have to run into it for it to die. I'd love to see that, by the way. That would be amazing. Reckless Rocketeer is a very good card. It will let him kill off the Ogre quite efficiently. Oh no, because he doesn't have enough mana left for the heal. That's right. So he can trade away the Soul Priest. Now he's basically trying to get this Questing Adventurer to ridiculous heights. I see what you're doing. He might actually win by doing that, is the problem, because he can probably play at least 2 cards next turn. God. Alright, well, let's do this. And I don't want to lay Explosive Trap, because now it is just wasted. This thing will obviously die to the Questing Adventurer once it gets buffed, but if the Questing Adventurer kills this, then it's not killing my Spiteful Smith, so the Spiteful Smith might be able to finish it off. I don't know. I'm really far behind, though. This is just ugly. Oh, no, that's terrible. That gives it a +3 health boost, essentially. Turning into a Spiteful Smith and still leaving him with 6 mana to buff it up even more. Oh, man, that was an amazing card for him to have. Ah, God. Terrible. Terrible. And he can actually heal this up to stop my Spiteful Smith from killing it, or Circle of Healing to heal everything and give it another buff. Wow. That was freaking ridiculous. Oh, he has another... That thing is actually going to get to kill my Sea Giant. Motherfucker. So I could play... Yeah, I'm going to have to do this. I just don't have a choice. I can't play Sea Giant right now. I need to, like, do something. Hopefully he'll kill this and give me a card. I couldn't kill that guy. There's just no way to kill it. Man, stupid Questing Adventurer just won him the game. And that'll be the end of my arena run, I'm pretty sure, unless something incredibly remarkable happens at this point. Man, Reckless Rocketeer was really good. It let him kill my Ogre without having to lose his Questing Adventurer. And then Master Spell is actually really good there, because it stops my card draw, stops the taunt, gives him a buff on the Questing Adventurer. Life! Why is it so cruel? Well, 5 wins. I guess it's not the end of the world. But it does drop down my stats. Takes me below 50% for 7 win arenas. Still can't kill this Questing Adventurer. Actually, not even healing it. That's how cocky he is. God damn it. Alright. I'll play on a little bit. But I'm going to open up my stats sheet and just log a 5-win run right now, because it's looking grim. He's got so many cards, too, from the Power Word Shield and the Mass Dispel. Circle of Healing. Who plays Circle of Healing? Well, I got to give him props for drafting that Questing Adventurer. That single-handedly won him this game, pretty much. Damn. 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 Come on, spreadsheet. Man, I hate this thing that Google Spreadsheets does, where like it loads, but you can't edit any of the cells. It's like, if I'm not allowed to do anything, then don't show me the sheet. 45. No, I did not get 45 wins. I got 5 wins. And we'll open it up to the gold rewards page to see what we got. Did he play his own Sea Giant? I guess he did. Alright. That's great. That's just fucking great. Oh, I don't even know what to do. 8-11. Let's just deal as much damage to him as possible. I got him down to 9 health. I don't think there's any trap that could save me here. You can fish for Freezing Trap with the Cleric, and then the Questing Adventurer gets the kill. Which is indeed exactly what he's doing. Vorcha is a strong player. Haha, joke's on you, it's not Freezing Trap. I actually got him down to 7 health. I mean, if I could have been able to keep that Ogre alive and put any kind of pressure on him, I would have won. Well, thanks for watching that run, folks. I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. Kind of frustrating. I potentially misdrafted that. Maybe the Explosive Traps should have been something different. I overrated them, I guess. And Let's see what we get for 5 wins. Hopefully, oh god, spreadsheet, why are you being dumb? Load! Dumb spreadsheet. Alright, we got... they took away the non-gold commons from the 10, 11, and 12 win arenas, but not from the others. So I basically came out a little bit ahead compared to buying packs from the store, but that was a pretty shitty prize. Just 5 dust is what that ringleader is. And we got an epic, that's cool. I believe I have 2 Avenging Wraths. In fact, I'm certain that I have 2 Avenging Wraths. In fact, I think I might have even crafted one of them for a deck, so that's a bit sad. But hey, 100 dust, that makes up for the crappy arena reward. Up to 21,000, that's pretty cool. No new cards. Wait, no new cards? Hold on. Did I seriously not have a Defias ringleader before? Oh no, it was already, right, because it wasn't gold, it was already disenchanted. Right. Okay, let's take a look at our next run. It'll be Paladin, Rogue, or Shaman. Oh my god, my spreadsheet won't load. This is so ridiculous. Google, why are you epic failing all over the place? First you keep screwing up YouTube. Now your spreadsheet doesn't work. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to be playing. I just played Paladin like twice, so definitely not that. Shaman or Rogue is going to be it. Thanks, good for watching, folks. We're below 6,000 again. Sad face. I'll see you again soon. Till then.